Hey guys, it's Chris, and I am here today. I'm actually doing a reaction to Tammy Lemon. I am going over a video she made about a week and a half or so ago because I wanted to just talk about some things with Tammy, just some of my insights. I wanted to take a look at some of her food, and I think this day kind of is a good representation of how she kind of eats. And I wanted to talk about a couple other things she goes over as far as her weight and her walking. Gosh, the scratchy COVID residual issues throat is acting up today, guys. I'm sorry. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chris. I am a former nationally registered paramedic with a lot of health, diet, nutrition, fitness advice and experience. I am not giving anybody medical advice. I'm not diagnosing. If anything's going on with you, always check with your medical professional. But I do like to make videos that are informative, educational, and hopefully entertaining. Um, Amber did a react today. Did a video today. I was gonna react to her. I'm just a little snippet of her video, but I'm not sure because she infuriates me. So I'm going to try. I wanted to react to some other people, so I'm going to give Tammy a go. If you're new here, like I said, welcome. Thank you for showing up. If you're returning, thank you so much for watching. I have seen such an influx of subscribers and views over the past like 2 or 3 weeks, and I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I'm just like amazed. And I know my channel is like nothing. You know what I mean? I have 99 subscribers. I am on the verge of 100 subscribers, which is crazy. Because just a few weeks ago I had like 36. So I'm very excited, and I appreciate anybody who takes their time to give me some of your time. You know what I mean? So that being said, let's get into this one. And I may touch back on Tammy again. I'm not. I mean, I'll do it from time to time. I'm fairly new to the Tammy verse, so let's see what she. And you may not agree with my advice. There's not one perfect way for everybody to eat. I know you kind of have to tweak and do what's right for you. I have seen the most success doing a lower carb diet, but that's because, I am very insulin resistant. I have severe PCOS. Everybody is different. And I will have to say, guys, I have to put it out there. Effective yesterday, was officially down 20 pounds since January 1st. Oh my God, I can't believe it. That's the most weight I've lost in like 12 or 13 years. I can't believe it. I'm at my lowest weight in probably about 5 years, 6 years. I'm not usually proud of myself for anything. I'm my own worst critic, but I am so happy, and I'm just doing it, getting it done. It's making me more motivated. I can't wait till I can start seeing progress. I am going to be doing some vlogs and updates on that. So, okay, let's get into this, and let's get into my advice for Tammy. And if anything I say helps you guys, then that's good. I just want to be able to help people.
Always be my night sky.
Her cats are really cute. I think she has a little bit like too many cats for living in a small apartment, but she seems to take really good care of them, and they are all cute.
Good morning, Lamb Fam. So for breakfast, I'm having my protein shake, and I also added some linseeds.
This is my first problem. Okay, and it's not just with Tammy, but other people that are overweight, extremely overweight. I'm overweight right now. I am still classified as obese, so I'm not just a skinny biatch knocking on fat people. Um, uh, Obviously Tammy is very large. She's morbidly obese, and what happens is like people that size just have a physically larger stomach. And while a protein shake might be good for somebody who's more only has maybe that last 10, 20 pounds to lose, or they're maintaining, or they're really fit, I don't think that's just drinking a meal, especially your first meal a day, is good for somebody like Tammy, because it is not going to fill you up. And there's a lot of sugar in this shake, and like I said, even fruit, good carbs are still ultimately turned to sugar in your body, guys. So we all eat too many of them, and you need to regulate them, especially if you have problems with binging and stuff like that. I have binge issues, so I kind of like can feel for Tammy. But just those constant insulin spikes and blood sugar spikes make it very hard to control your appetite and your hunger. The best thing about the low carb diet, guys, and the keto diet is the fact that it absolutely just nips hunger in the bud. Your blood sugar levels are stable, your insulin is stable, and then you just aren't hungry and you end up not eating that much. It is the best thing with me. That, and I've been using for 3.5, 4 months. I've been using Alan Roberts, Ambrosia Collective, uh, like hunger management supplement, no morbidity. Hashtag not sponsored, but Alan, you want to shout out? Go ahead. Um, and that has helped as well. But the big thing has been literally, I've cut out almost all carbs and sugar from my diet. I still have some, but I think it would really help Tammy. And now I know there are people that just absolutely refuse, no matter how much weight they have to lose, no matter what their health conditions are, they just refuse to give up certain foods. And I think Tammy is one of those people because I've read in certain forums that will not be named, uh, that she has flat out said she's going to keep eating her bread and stuff like that because she likes it. And this is where I have to say, like, yeah, you may like it, but you kind of need to think about what serves your purpose. Like, what's more important? Getting your binge eating under control, getting your weight to a healthy level, or X food, fill in the blank. I'm not saying you can never have it again, just maybe cut it out for now, or moderate it. And if you can't moderate, don't eat it, don't have it in your house. I am not a moderator with certain things, like certain sweets and stuff like that. I cannot moderate, so I have to not eat them at all, and I'm okay with that because I know I can still have them sometime. I'm not saying never again, guys. Just, you know you kind of need to focus on the bigger picture. Okay, let's listen to her. She has like a protein shake, which protein powder is good. And she put some linseeds in there, which, that's good. That's some extra fiber, antioxidants, things like that. Um, I think did she put peanut butter in this? Let's watch.
Let's mix it up. Oh, that's stupid. I forgot to add a banana.
Yeah, and see, like a banana, guys, like I'm not trying to knock people who eat bananas, but a banana is just full of sugar. Like the bananas that we cultivate today are not the same that we were eating hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years ago. They are farmed and bred to be bigger, sweeter. Like back in the day, they probably really weren't even that sweet. And they really are full of sugar. And you can get more potassium. I would prefer she add some good fat. She got good fat from the linseed too, but maybe add a quarter of an avocado or something like that because you would get more potassium from the avocado than a banana, less sugar, some good fats. This is kind of like some tweaks she could make, and you really wouldn't taste it, with the other stuff.
Let's get myself a banana. It's in my freezer, and I like to open the top too so that I can grab it easier. I think it's down here. Let's see. Yes, there it is. I pre-packaged them like one at a time, so I'm going to add it to here and I'm going to mix it up.
And she's really worried about the protein. I'm glad she's focusing more on protein because she doesn't eat enough of it. She just eats way too many processed refined carbohydrates. And she needs to overhaul her nutrition. And she does eat some good things. I think she just needs to make some tweaks. And she needs to not have everything be an excuse to binge. And she needs to stop extremely restricting. Like, I get hungry and I'm a quarter of her size if I only eat 1,000 calories a day. And she will sometimes restrict to less than that. She needs to, and she knows that triggers a binge. So she needs to not be afraid to just eat a little bit more consistently every day. And then she won't binge, and then she will lose more weight. So, and her binges will be more controlled. Just, she need maybe try to stick to like 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. And more protein, less processed carbs, bulk it up with lots of veggies and stuff. I think that would really help her binges. And not drinking your meals, because it's not going to fill you up. And like I said, I'd pick adding some avocado to this as opposed to the banana. Maybe some greens.
Meanwhile,
Like this, like Tammy's a big woman. That is not going to fill you. That wouldn't fill me up. And I'm 169 pounds right now. I'm 5 foot, like barely 5'1", so I'm a lot shorter than Tammy. But she should start her breakfast, her day with a lot of protein and some good fats. Like eat some eggs, eat 2 or 3 eggs. Bulk them up with some liquid egg whites. They're almost no calories, they're all protein, no fat. Bulk it up with some vegetables, maybe some broccoli or sauteed peppers and onions, some tomato. Eat a couple pieces of sausage or bacon or a few pieces of turkey bacon or something like that. But give a little bit of cheese, some dairy, something that's good fat, that's satiating. Put some avocado or something in there. Bulk it up with the veggies and the egg whites and stuff like that. She shouldn't be starting her day with liquid or with pure sugar. And there'd be more protein in that than in the protein shake. You guys would freak if you saw what I ate right now because I'm almost like essentially carnivore. And I know some people think that's extreme and that's crazy, but I do have a lot of health issues I need to work on. And I have a lot of stubborn weight to lose and stuff like that. But I am doing fine. I feel great. But maybe I'll do a what I eat with me in a day one of these days. I would catch so much crap for it, I'm sure. But trust me, I'm not starving. I'm not deficient. I do take supplements, not just for vitamins, but I take them because I have chronic Lyme's disease and co-infection I'm trying to kick, so that's a different thing. But, um, oh my god, people would flip if they saw what I ate. Not if you're a carnivore or low carber, but anybody else. It's funny, this music is so cute.
Bon appetit. Eet smakelijk. Hey, yip yip. Right here is my first snack. It's just one hard-boiled egg with some salt.
And I think that's good. I mean, she could eat 2 hard-boiled eggs for a snack. Add maybe a couple of cheese cubes, or some low-sodium jerky, or some carrots or celery sticks. Maybe even a little bit of ranch dressing if you want. Don't go crazy, but yeah. Like I for a long time lived on mostly like on our chickens when we had them like farm raised like eggs on hard-boiled eggs and pickled eggs and deviled eggs. I mean, I just ate them by the ton. And I was actually, and that was years ago before I had my son, and I was at my fittest and healthiest. There's nothing wrong with eggs, guys.
And that's it. And yeah, the inside is a little bit bluish, but that's because, I made them earlier this week. 6.2 grams of protein.
That's a normal color for eggs too. I heard somebody recently too ask me if that's like bad for an egg, but a boiled egg, the yolk will look like that.
Protein, about like 75 calories. Yeah, that's it. I am going to make myself some lunch.
Now listen, here's my take. I know the bread in Europe is healthier than the generic store-bought bread here in the States. It's like garbage here. It has like tons of additives. I know not all breads are created the same. When I eat bread, I do love a avocado toast with a flourless sprouted Ezekiel bread, and it is amazing. And homemade bread is better. But in general, and those are big slices of bread. And she's counting the protein in the bread. No, you shouldn't even. No, just I know it's minimal. It's negligent. Let's watch and see what she does.
3 slices of bread, and I
don't think she should have 3 slices of bread. She should make like an open face sandwich, or have like cut a piece of bread in half, make a sandwich with that, and then eat some vegetables or some fruit or a no sugar added yogurt or something like that. Just or at least just the one sandwich with the 2 pieces of bread. Don't add an extra piece of bread. She really needs to cut back on that. Skip the third piece of bread, and like I said, eat a fruit, eat some veggies, steam some veggies. Have another hard-boiled egg. Add some extra meat to your sandwich. Have a little bit of cheese or a no sugar added yogurt.
Did find this bread. It's this whole wheat bread, and normally I eat bread with like 10 grams of protein for like 100 grams, so that's like 3 slices. However, I found this bread, and it contains like 15 grams of protein for 3 slices, so that means...
And that's good, and I'm glad she's focusing on the protein, but she's not focusing on cutting down the processed carbs.
That there is...
Which, Tammy, that's what you need to do.
Is 5 grams of protein in every slice. And this is not like protein bread per se, I don't know, but yeah, there's just protein in our bread. I have no idea why. I have some of this like leftover cream cheese, so I am going to just top one of my slices with this instead of...
Okay, I'm not going to give her too much crap for that. Just add a little bit.
Like margarine. Then I'm going...
The margarine. Guys, don't eat that crap. That is just hydrogenated seed oils. It's very inflammatory. It oxidates horribly. It's not good for you. I mean, eat the real butter. It is better for you. And I know people think that's nuts, but it is. I'm not saying to eat a stick of it, but it's better to use real butter than this margarine. Use real oils, olive oil, avocado oil, or lard or tallow or something like that, as opposed to cooking in canola oil, soybean oil. I'm an artisan soap maker. That stuff is good for making soap. It is not good to eat. It is horrible for you. Don't use it, guys. If you change anything about your diet, cut out as much of that oil as you possibly can. And you can look it up and do, like, do a little bit of research. Maybe I'll do a video on it, but just the seed oils are really not good for you, and that's all margarine is.
I'm going to add 2 slices of salami. This is 25 grams. I am going to top it with cottage cheese, my newest invention.
That's really weird to put cottage cheese on a sandwich, but actually I think that would be a good side to her sandwich. She could have the sandwich with the cottage cheese and skip the third slice of bread. Maybe add some more meat to that, maybe one that's not so processed, like some rotisserie chicken, or some like not sugary, like sliced ham, anything like that.
And I do really like it. That's 50 grams of cottage cheese. And then I'm going to top it with a little bit of pepper and some veggies to finish it off. Oh man, scheisse. I forgot
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't mind the vegetables. That's
about
fine.
like my pepper, but it's okay. I'm just going to throw it on my cucumber. That's okay. I had some like leftover iceberg lettuce, which is, yeah, not, yeah, it's still good. 11.3. Yeah, I'm going to just dump some on here. And that's it for my first sandwich. That looks pretty good. I'm going to top it with one of the other slices and I'm going to cut it. So this is what it looks like. It's one big mess, but that's okay.
Yeah, for her, that wouldn't be bad.
Hello Lemfam, so Tammy from the future here. I have been searching for that clip of what I ended up putting on that third slice, and I do know it on the top of my head, but I could not find footage anywhere. I ended up topping it with some low-fat margarine and then some chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah, like now, like low fat margarine, that's a freaking joke, okay? It's margarine, it's oil, it's a fat, and it's a bad one. So, like I said, yeah, she topped it with her margarine, which is not good for her overall health, but she also topped it with like chocolate sprinkles, like they do, like the Dutch people do, and that's just basically sugar on inflammatory bad fat. So, like I said, I would have skipped the third slice of bread, Tammy. Eat some extra cottage cheese, have a salad, add some more meat, something like that.
It doesn't really make a difference in terms of like proteins because there's no... Next is dinner.
So for dinner, I'm making that pasta that I really, really like.
Now, I think this is great. Mushrooms, you can eat as many of these things as you want. We go foraging for wild mushrooms in the summer. I'll do some videos, maybe some vlogging about that. And they're good for you. They're amazing. They're wonderful, low carb, low calorie, nutrients, filling, bulking, and just delicious. Nothing wrong with this. I think this is a great start.
So I have some mushrooms. I'm adding some leftover broccoli that
Love it. And in fact, she could add even more broccoli. Like I said, with someone like Tammy and people in general, you can't go wrong with bulking up. Especially, she's not trying to get weight loss surgery right now. It's not about necessarily cutting portions for her, it's about eating enough that she feels satiated and full without overeating calories and stuff like that, and preventing binges. So I wouldn't care if she just like really just piled on vegetables and stuff on her plate and things like that, mushrooms, you know, that's a good start for her. Then as she continues to lose weight and gets control, she can start working down the portions a little bit.
I had in my fridge. Yum, yum, yum.
And stuff like this is good. It's healthy. She doesn't have to have any guilt or feel bad about eating it. You know what I mean? You don't have to go, "Oh my god, I screwed up. I suck. That's horrible. I cheated. I binged. This is awful for me." And then you feel bad and you go down a spiral and she falls into 2 tubs of Ben and Jerry's ice cream. You know what I mean? And we don't want that to happen. So, stuff like this I think is a good start for her.
Adding some salt, some pepper. Then I have some small cut up chicken.
Yeah, the chicken's good, and add more chicken, make more chicken. She could make big batches of this. Keep the vegetables separate from the meat, put it in containers, and then she could just have food prepped for a few days. Just keep the seasoning simple, salt and pepper. Then she could pull the meals out, put on her plate what she wants, mix up the spices or the sauces so it's not the same boring repetitive thing all the time. And then she would have quick, easy, healthy go-to meals that she could eat till she's full and satisfied and not have to feel guilty, and avoid a binge and avoid eating the crap, because she eats a lot of like sweets and pastries and stuff like that.
I'm also adding 60 grams of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese.
And cheese, I'm not gonna complain about it, guys. Like, I'm a low carber. It's not unlimited, but there's no harm in adding a little bit of fat and flavor from cheese. It will help with satiety,
Did you know that
because you can't give up every single thing you enjoy, right? Just that's not most people can't do that.
this stuff, it says it like here on the end. Oh my god, come on. This stuff contains 32 grams of protein for 100 grams. So yeah, that's pretty good. But also, of course, quite a lot of calories. It has like 402 calories for
At this point, she really doesn't need to worry about calories, because if she eats a majority of her food from meats, lean meats, eggs, vegetables, lots of vegetables, and limits the bread, the carbs, stuff like that, she's gonna fill, if she fills herself up on stuff like that, she's not going to really go super over on calories. I mean, you can overeat on healthy food, but you're less likely to, because you will just fill yourself up. And those foods, while maybe tasty, are not the super hyper palatable, engineered, made to make you eat the whole bag or box things like the packaged processed foods and the junk and the sweets and the chips and the fries and stuff like that.
100 grams. So delicious stuff, but also dangerous stuff. So yeah, that goes in there. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to just melt the cheese, and I'm also going to add some cream, like cooking cream. The cheese is melting nice.
Yeah, a little bit of cream, that's good. It's not bad. People go, oh my god, the calorie, like, no, especially if you're a low carber, you can really indulge in some tasty, rich, decadent stuff. But the fact is people think a lot of like keto people like just really gorge themselves. But after a while, you just get to where you might eat one big meal. You just can't physically eat as much as you used to of the stuff. This looks delicious. It's making me want to make something like this tonight. But I have a salad I'm going to eat tonight.
I also have some whole wheat pasta over there.
And that's the thing, is like this whole wheat pasta is more like, it's just brown. It's not much different than regular white pasta. You know, and when you're trying to lose weight, trying to control hunger and binges, you need to kind of avoid stuff like this. Just like Alexandra Rodriguez talks about, I eat healthy, my dietitian's great with, I eat protein pasta, protein pasta. It's still pasta. It's still just white processed pasta with maybe a little bit of extra protein. You know what would give you more protein? Protein, like chicken or steak or shrimp or something like that. But and that's a lot of pasta for her. Like, I don't know. I would prefer her have like an actual whole grain, like maybe some quinoa or some brown rice, wild rice, black rice. It's called forbidden rice. Is really healthy and stuff like that. Something like that. Maybe not a pasta, because pasta is bulky, but it's not filling. It doesn't stick with you a long time.
There, and I'm going to cook that, or like boil that. This.
No noodles either. Like, not those. Not like rice noodle. Maybe like, how about make spaghetti squash? I love that. That would be a great substitute for the noodles, or some squash or sweet potato or something like that too.
Looks pretty good so far. I'm also going to add a shitload of garlic because I love it.
Lastly, she could do eggplant.
A very fine whisked up egg and some milk. I mix that through to get some more protein in, and also to mix like the whole sauce.
Yeah, that's a good idea. She could also do a lot of different omelets and stuff like that as a meal for breakfast or any meal.
Together. So let's add that. But I will be needing both hands because I don't want the egg to be like, too eggy. So I transferred half of the mixture to...
If she ate this 3 times a day, minus most of the pasta or all of it, she would get full, double up on the protein and stuff like that. She would get full, she would control her appetite, and oh my god, the weight would just fly off this woman.
This bowl, it doesn't really look like much veg anymore, does it? And then right here I have the rest of my food. I'm going to mix it.
Yeah, see, it's a lot of pasta compared to the rest of the filling.
Up, and this is going to be my dinner for tonight. So this is what I'm going to eat.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's honestly, guys, that's probably like almost 3 servings of pasta. A serving of pasta is not much.
It looks good. Bon appetit. Eet smakelijk. So I will be heading over to Stefan later, and I am bringing the rest of like my food. I'm going to bring it over so that I can yeah, have just my own food for tomorrow. And I will also be bringing
I do like that she cooked it. It's homemade. It's not all this packaged processed crap.
myself some lunch and some breakfast and some snacks because I am just like back on schedule and I don't want to mess it up again. And so it's very important for me to just control my own food intake and to not have any surprises of like, oh, so okay, so he doesn't have any eggs, so how should I
That's a good idea, and I agree with that, and I think that's really smart of her. I can't help but notice in the background she's got some juice and some Cheetos and some cinnamon toast crunch, and those are bingeable things. She shouldn't have that type of stuff in her house. And that's the good thing. She lives alone. She can absolutely control every single thing that comes into her house, and she shouldn't have stuff like that in there. And the other thing I want to talk about is Tammy said recently that she has to increase her food intake because she's exercising. She's walking. Now, let me tell you, I'm glad she's going out walking because she's very sedentary. That's one of my favorite activities. But she's not burning quite as many calories as she thinks. And here's the thing, Tammy is still 400 pounds. When you weigh that much, guys, if you have excessive weight to lose, you don't need to eat more because you exercise. You don't need to like fuel your exercise or workouts or replenish your deleted stores. No. No, 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 no. You want to tap into that stored fat. So for Tammy, I would say stick to the 1800 to maybe 2200, 2400 calories a day. She might not even want to go down to 1800 at first. Like maybe until she loses another 60 pounds, maybe do 20, 22 to 24, 2500 calories a day. Whole foods. Don't don't say, "Oh, well, I burned 500 calories walking, so I need to eat this one." No, just set your calorie limit, stick to that. Don't overeat it. Don't restrict too much, and don't worry about counting the calories from walking. And she needs to walk at a brisk pace. She needs to walk more. I would recommend she try to get out 2 or 3 times a day for a 20 or 30-minute walk. Um, she's really trying to do too many analyticals and stuff like that and the Fitbit and stuff is going to give you good ideas about what you burn. It's not going to be 100% accurate, guys. So that's going to be it. That's all I'm going to do in this video. I know she has lost some weight, and I can tell, and I'm very proud of her. I think she just risks stagnating or gaining again if she keeps up this cycle of her restricting, binging, stuff like that. So I just want to give some advice and some tips on what I think she could do, things she could add, what she could eat to make better changes. I think she also needs to get on a bit more of a regular schedule, start getting up a little bit earlier, don't stay up all night, eat set regular times. Say, I'm going to eat 2 meals a day, or I'm going to eat 3 meals a day, and I'm going to eat in the morning, and then I'm going to eat in the afternoon, I'm going to eat at night. And try to avoid, if possible at all, snacking. Just eat your meals, eat until you're full and satisfied, and then try not to snack. And if you snack, not on pastry, not on bread, not on cinnamon toast crunch or Cheetos. Don't drink any of your calories or carbs. Snack on some fruit, some veggie sticks. You can eat, like I said, some cheese cubes. You can even add a little bit of ranch dressing, guys. I'm not a Nazi about that. You know what I mean? Maybe like a little bit of a tomato and cucumber and avocado salad, some cottage cheese, things like that. I think if she did that stuff, she would be in a much better place. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you liked my little first Tammy react. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in and kind of touch base as to what I think her issues are right now. And I hope it helps her. I hope it helps somebody else. I know things like I'm doing are helping myself. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.